Well, Arthur, I was preparing to ask you if you thought you might have had a couple of points taken away from you, but now I've got to rephrase it and you think the win was almost taken away from you at the end.
Yeah, 3 points, not a couple. Yeah, definitely. So, unfortunately, that's part of the game that we can't control. In the end, it's unfortunate for everybody involved in football for me, because in the end, this is a fantastic spectacle, probably one of the best games of the season, this match and what it brings. And, we have hundreds of fans coming from Melbourne and you fill out a stadium. It's not fair on anybody. It's not fair on my players, first and foremost. It's not fair on my club. It's definitely not fair on my fans. And that's the most disappointing part, because we shouldn't be talking about a referee and a poor decision. We should be talking how good that game was, how great the football was from both teams. It was a fantastic match, but in the end, we're not.
On that, what your immediate thoughts of the game, how your team played, the swings, the roundabouts? It could have gone either way. In the end, it didn't go your way, but what are your immediate thoughts of the game, if you can sort of separate the incident and the result from how your team played?
Of course, I can separate it. It's no problem. I'm very proud of my players. I thought they were outstanding today, especially that second half. First half was a little bit sloppy to start with, but then as the half went on, we had some good chances. Second half, I think we were excellent. Created top chances, put them under a lot of pressure. Did enough to win the match. We didn't. We missed some chances. That's unfortunate for us. We've got to be better there for sure. We still got to defend that cross. That's... Again, he scored a good goal, and we've got to defend that better. But prior to that, I think we should be up 2-1, and we're talking about a different result.
Of course, how happy are you, pleased? There's triple substitution. All three were involved for the first goal. Changed the game. Not that, like you said, the second half was good, but it just gave that extra little bit for you guys that you needed.
Yeah, I thought we needed an injection. And yeah, they were excellent. They came on, all three, gave a great impact straight away. And then ultimately put us in a great position. And then obviously, again, I don't want to keep talking about it, puts us in the lead. But that gets taken away. But, in the end, they were excellent when they come on. And, yeah, I couldn't be prouder of the performance. It was a great occasion. The result's unfortunate. We've got to suck that up now and move on and get ready for another match.
Did you seek any clarification from the referees in terms of what the specific... Because I think everyone knows it's that sort of offside where in the line of the goalkeeper, but do you think sort of in a situation like that needs to be a bit of a grey area where if the keeper sort of doesn't look like he's got any chance to save it, you probably shouldn't?
You're talking common sense, aren't you?
Rule it offside.
Huh? Common sense isn't very
common. That is my view.
That is my view. And your view's probably common sense, And yeah, they tell you someone's impeded the vision of the goalkeeper, our player. If you watch it back, I think it's pretty clear that their player is impeding the keeper's view. Irrespective of that, the shot's come off the post and gone in. Keeper's not saving that regardless. If there's 10 people in front of him or no one. For me, I just look at the keeper's reaction. He doesn't react in a way where he's hard done by. That will tell you everything. Then I look at my player's reaction. Anyone that knows Juan Mata knows his character. Yeah. When you see him react like that, there's a reason, because he doesn't normally react like that at all. Yeah. So in the end, we'll probably get an email during the week, maybe, telling us they might have got it wrong. It doesn't change anything. They're not held accountable in my eyes. I'm held accountable every day. My players are held accountable every day. They're not. They're not volunteers. They get paid. And when you get paid, things are expected of you. Certain standards, and you've got to uphold that, because in the end, the game suffers. Yeah? And in the end, I'm just so pissed off for my fans that have turned up in hundreds and made this atmosphere incredible like it always is. And they're probably gut-wrenching, and it's hurting us. And in the end, I hate the fact that I'm talking about a referee's decision. It's not my character. I don't like it. I want to talk about the game. I want to talk about the football. I want to talk about goals. I don't want to talk about incompetency.
I'll ask about the game now. The goal you scored, it was a good moment from Wachowski to see that this transition was on there. Did you instruct him around that with the attacking set pieces? That Adelaide were maybe a little bit loose in transition, that you could attack it? Yeah,
we looked at them in transition from both general play and from set pieces. And if you saw in the first half, we probably had 2 or 3 great chances off transition as well. More in the second half again. And that worked really well for us today. And we're quite dangerous on transition. So, yeah, it was a great transition, great moment. Jin's done well. Keeper's parried, and Matty's followed up, and then the second one for me is a world-class strike.
And obviously, 2 subs involved in the goal. But what specifically did you like about those 3 changes in particular, that you made the triple change in terms of the impact that they made on the game?
Yeah, I just like the energy they brought. Sometimes when you make 3 subs at once, it can change the momentum as well, because it takes time. It's not easy to always come off the bench. We expect a lot of our subs. You expect them to come on and immediately just take you to a level that you want, but it's not easy because you go from 0 to 100 very fast. And today they showed from the start that they were on. They gave us a great go forward. They gave us incredible energy and quality, and they helped us turn the game around.
And with Virgos and Mata, the first half seemed like it was difficult to sort of get them involved. I guess, how did you find trying to break down Adelaide, particularly in the centre of the pitch? It felt like they were really sort of congesting numbers in there. Did you find it difficult to sort of try and unlock Juan sort of in between the lines where he likes to operate?
Yeah, look, we had most of our success in the first half on winning the ball through good defensive structure and transitioning on them. And if you see, most of our chance in that first half is from that. We weren't as maybe fluent enough playing through them, but they're not also a team that, they defend quite narrow and compact, so sometimes it's not ideal to go through them, you've got to go around them. And in the end, we knew we could always hurt them in transition, and we'll set up that way. And we fell short in the first half. We had a couple of really good chances that we didn't put away, and in the end, we had to come back in the second half and keep going, and we did that. But in the end, we get nothing from it.
And I guess it is back-to-back defeats after being on a good run. So I guess what's sort of the message now to sort of just get back on track heading into next week?
Yeah, the message is keep playing like that, keep fighting like that. It's easy to come here and you're 1-0 down, and you've got the crowd against you. It's easy to fall down and give up. We don't do that. We fought hard. We got back in the game. We dominated the second half, I felt. We did really well. And you've got to keep playing like that. You've got to turn up again and go again. It's, this football changes very quickly. Results change very quickly. And, like you said, we're off the back of great results, and that's now 2 losses. That's football. Performance is the most important thing, because then the results will follow suit. And, if you're not performing well when you're winning, then that's a bit of luck. I don't want luck. I want good performance, which gives us the best chance of winning games. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone.